Yo, what's going on, boys? It's your man back for another figure review, and today we have one that actually did get a little bit delayed. I was planning on having this video up by probably 2 days ago, because that's when the figure was out for delivery, and then it just never showed up. And it came yesterday, but I had to work yesterday, so we're in today. We're in. Now today, you may be wondering, what is this green creature on the screen? Today we have the new NECA Mirage Comics Michaelangelo the Wanderer. So I remember on the first release they showed that it would be called Michaelangelo the Wanderer, and now it is actually out and it's just called the Wanderer, which is very interesting because I want to be honest, I thought this was Leonardo. You may also believe it. He's got the sheaths for the sword, and in the Mirage comics around this time, I just must not have gotten deep enough, like issue 15, 14, somewhere around there is where I stopped. Leonardo actually goes into the woods and becomes some sort of wanderer, I guess, and he's hunting deers, and he's got some like cloak on, and he's beating up deers, and it's actually a really good part of the story. But this is what I thought it was. I'm not too sure where this is exactly from. I know around the time, but Michaelangelo the Wanderer. Now, actually talking about the figure here, we'll move him out of the way quick just to show the box, because I really like these boxes. I was not ready. I did not reclose the box. Now it's got to fight with me. All right, here we go. Your regular, see, Eastern Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It says the Wanderer. I thought it would have said Leonardo. Really cool box art on the side, like usual. My boy Kevin Eastman doing a soldier of a job doing this. Super hyped for this guy. I call him Garganag the Destroyer. I don't know what his actual name is. I've read the part with him with Renette and everything, and he really is a cool character, and I'm super hyped they're releasing him. The effects they put with that guy look super cool. Now, number 12, we got that gridded turtle face. Honestly, this is probably where they eventually got the idea for the Last Ronin from, or at least making it Michelangelo. Because I've heard a lot of people say Michelangelo has the most potential out of all the turtles, and that he's like the laid-back one. And if he got serious, oh boy, dangerous. I got some product shots on the back. And that's about it. I'm not gonna waste no time on the box. Flying right back in. Looking at the detail on this figure. He's got some really nice paint sculpt on this guy. The paint makes it look really weathered and dirty, grimy. This man's probably been in this for months at this point. You can just imagine how he smells. And it does a really good job of adding the weathering. Of course, you know, like the pin, they didn't paint over it for some reason. I feel like they usually do that. But it does show a little bit of breakage. Of course, not every figure is perfect, but this one is close, at least paint sculpt wise, because it looks really good. We got the grime, got the sash going across. I guess I'll give you guys the turtle shot, little tail. This one is I feel like, I don't know if I got a bad one, but it's very far down. Oop, messed everything up. But I feel like on the original, just to pull them out here, they were a lot more close up to the shell. This one, he's kind of letting it hang. I don't know if that's just from being the Wanderer, you know, being out in the woods for a while, it naturally sags or something, but continuing on. Detail is very nice nonetheless. We will move on. Got some ball sack hair on him. We'll move on to articulation. Just to not waste any time here, guys. I don't want to waste a minute. He looks up very nicely. He looks down. Just turned off my own light by accident. Turned it off again. He looks down pretty well. He has, I think, no neck articulation. It's got to just be a nice double ball at the head. So he's got some very nice movement. The shoulders move up. Just to straighten the arms so you get a better look. Not too far. I've actually had some issues with this figure arm-wise on the articulation. Like this arm, you can even see, is literally just popping out. And it's not even like he has interchangeable arms. The arm just popped out for me. I've been having some issues with this. I believe this one, because so just to waste some more time, I bought the Shredder Clones 3-pack and got it straight from Best Buy. I pre-ordered them both on the same day. And the Shredder 3-pack came from one place, FedEx, and it was horribly packaged. And then this one came from another place, UPS, was very nicely packaged. So I have a feeling they were made in different places, and that might be what made this one a little bit funkier, but the packaging was much better, so I can't lie. Now, at the bicep swivel here, both sides of mine are frozen, and since I only just got the figure and want to do the review, I did not spend the time to break them out. So just imagine he's got a bicep swivel. He's got a nice double jointed elbow, works very well. It looks pretty good too. Of course, you know, the elbow is a little bit funny looking, but what are you going to do? It's a big turtle. If you want the articulation to work good, you're going to have to give it away in some spots. The wrist here, regular hinge movement. It is hindered by this plate on the back of his hand, so you can't get the most range, but it does work still well. And make sure you be careful because paint rub will happen. It's a white, so white will always die. Now, moving on to the waist here. He has the same as the other turtles, where they've kind of got like a double ball peg here. You can get a crazy amount of movement right over that crotch area. And it actually really helps because these guys can get a lot of like ab-esque movement without actually needing to crunch at the ab. So it works very well. At the foot here, kicks forward pretty decent. Could definitely get more, but you got to stretch out the cloak. Goes back very well. That's about it because he has the shell still. They gave him the bottom of the shell. Out to the side pretty well. Man could throw a solid side kick. You can get some really good articulation with these new turtles, and that's pretty much what he's built on. At the thigh, big thigh swivel. Nice big double jointed knees. They also, same as the elbow, they work pretty well and they look pretty good, so it all evens out in the end. Then at obviously the best part, the turtle toes. They are just 1-for-1 reused feet, nothing new on them. No just to show the articulation, no updated toe joint or anything, no new sandals or something, just the average old feet with your regular up and down ankle swivel. And one thing I wish they would do more with NECA figures is like a thigh or a shin swivel, or like a cut all the way down at the ankle, because a lot of the times these characters have very off-centered feet, and if I'm the kind of guy that I want them, if I have them standing up straight, I want the feet pointing straight, and it doesn't work. Like if you have them standing up straight, the feet will still point out a little bit, which is good for balance reasons, but I'm not a fan of what is it, asymmetrical, something like that, asymmetrical. I'm not a fan of that. I want it to be looking good at all times. So now, yeah, one of the lights died. I'll just let you know it's a little bit dark, but that adds to the depth of this figure. This is character motive right here. This is like that one Carnage pick I did where it got real dark. Now, moving on to the accessories for this guy, which he comes with a good amount. We'll start with the hands. He has a pair of gripping hands here. I like the darker green on this turtle. You'll see it when I compare him to some of the other ones. He is a very dark green, which gives me a little bit of hope for like variants of this set, like the 4 Mirage turtles, because I remember Target, they made that fake picture where they colored the bandanas, but then they revealed that that's never gonna come. They just kind of made it up, which sucks. But here you can see, nice hand. Plate details are the same on all of them, or at least, you know, each side. Like this one's got that design on this side for the left side, and then for the right side, he's got those. And on every single pair, it's the same, which is cool. Adds a little bit of continuity. Now moving on to his other pair of hands. They are the same as the ones that came with the 4-pack, but they all have that plate on there, and they all have the detail, which makes it feel good. It adds a lot of difference. And if you're frisky, I guess you could put these dirty hands on like Donatello, pretend he was fixing a Jeep or something. He's got dirty hands. I don't know. You could figure something out with that. Maybe he's wearing gloves. That could count as a glove for the different turtles. There's not really a fingernail, so you know. So, we got the hands out of the way. We'll start off with the little bit of lamer accessories first. He does come with 2 swords, 2 katana swords. They are exactly the same as the ones that came with the 4-pack Leonardo. So you can't do much with them other than just give them to him, so you can have both your Leonardos with swords. But for this next accessory, it comes with 2. I actually am very happy with some of these next ones because they give you options to give them to the original turtles. We have the bow staff with the knife on the end, big knife. Painting is actually pretty clean on the front there. I thought I got a bad one from in the package, but I think it was just a shine, and it doesn't look too bad in real life. And this one, I do like a lot more than the Donatello one, because it's a little bit thicker on the wrap part, I don't know, and it holds in the hand a little better. And I think Donatello, I was going to say Leonardo, looks really good with it. So you could give this to the Wanderer here, or if you want, you can just give it to the original Donatello and have him get some work done with it. Now, the next accessory, which is also really cool, are these nunchucks, because they're the same as the original but they have all the wrap like sculpted in detail on them. Like the original were just smooth, and these ones came with a wrap on it. So if you want to give your original Mikey some more detailed nunchucks, this is perfect for that. And this is kind of what I like so much about like the foot soldier pack and everything, is it comes with stuff that is not only for Mikey. Like you can use these with anybody. You could give this to a foot soldier. You can give this to Master Splinter. You can do anything with these. And they look really good. They have a lot more detail than the original ones did. Now, the last accessory, which I could have sworn we already seen before. I feel like we already have one of these, but I could not find what came with it. I thought it was the foot soldier, and it was just like blue instead of like natural colored like this one is. But I don't think so. I looked through the pack and I looked at the shredder, and they have similar ones, but not this exact one. So I think we got some new Sculpt here. It's got the same kind of wrapped look as everything else. And I actually do like this one. It's a nice little extra accessory. Have them holding it or swinging it. If you're setting up a fight scene, it could be like the last resort, or it's just on the background of the floor or something. But other than that, that is all the accessories he comes with, which is actually very nice. He comes with a lot of decent stuff. Let me clean up my mess here. And a lot of this stuff is cool and usable. It's not just like gobbledygook that you can't get any use out of. Like, I don't know, some of these new cartoon 2-packs are not coming with the best stuff. Like, either they come with nothing, or the only good thing is the accessories. Which kind of sucks, because I have definitely fallen out of the cartoon line 100% Mirage now. Like, I'll maybe buy a cartoon single figure, like the Colossus Bonafrog or whatever it was, Napoleon Bonafrog. That was a good one, I'll pick that up. But a lot of these new cartoon ones, they've run out of the good characters, or they're just not doing them how I want. Like, I think they're at the point where the line is old enough where they should come through and do like 2.0s of these figures, just like SH Figure Arts, because it's definitely been long enough, and people want them. Obviously, this line is selling crazy good. People want this stuff. So now, moving on to some comparisons, baby. Let's stand this guy up a little bit more straight. Have him bent over for dramatic effect. How to be a poser right there. If you guys never seen that, look it up. Maybe don't actually follow the guide from that. I did back in the day, but it's better to go on your own path when it comes to posing. Now, getting some comparisons ready here. We'll start with our other Mikeys. Here we have the 4-pack Mirage one. Ooh, he still ain't even looking at the camera. And then we have the original, kind of bootleg of the original Mirage Turtle. These ones look really good, and this is what I was saying before with the skin tone difference. Like, this is a lot darker of a turtle than they usually give us. It could be Style Guide. Like, these ones would probably like Style Guide if they colored in a cover or something. That's what they looked like. And this guy must have been at the point where they were huge, because once the comics started getting going, then the TV show came out, and then, oh my goodness. But it's all good. Looks really good together, and of course with the accessories being exchangeable, you can do a lot of cool combinations with these guys. Now, coming on to some of our unlikely allies. Not really, that's more the next one than this one, but some allies. We got the Splint and the Casey Jones. This guy, of course, looks really good. The only problem is I really don't know who he's supposed to pair up with. Like, at this time in the comics, they were kind of fighting Shredder. They were kind of doing their own, like, single issue adventures where they just had nothing to do with anything else. And then they had some overarching stuff, at least from what I read up to, because I don't have any more. Like, I have trade 1 and 2. I could not for the life of me find trade 3, so we're just waiting on it. But this is what we got. I don't know who he's supposed to go up against, but he looks good with the regulars. Now, I guess this would technically be, oof, how am I gonna fit this one? This would be the unlikely allies. I'm ruining my setup back there. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Move the Bowser. Here we have Big Triceraton, just to show some of the other stuff we're working with in this line. And I think review may be coming soon of this big guy, because I really do love this Zork. No, I think it's Zog. Triceraton Zog, because Xerax and Zorg are the original 2-pack, and this one I think is Zog. But again, great figures. And the craziness is just the depth that this line has gone to. Like, a year or two ago, you go into this, you got like Shredder and the Turtles, and that's about it. Maybe the Renette, if you're lucky, and the Fugitoid, because they dropped him first. But this is like, it's just so nice to see this line grow and evolve throughout the time I've been into it now. Here we have some robots. Nice. I think these obviously look really, really good. He fits perfectly. Like, I've heard some complaints with the Triceraton that he's too detailed. Like, he has too much detail that he almost makes himself stick out. But with this one, I think it's the perfect amount. Because everything looks regular, and then you have the really kind of hyper-detailed cloak. But I think that, would you call it a cloak? The shirt? The homeless man, the rag, I don't know, whatever that is, it looks really good. And I think it really brings the design of the figure out, because it makes it feel different enough, especially with no bandana, no sort of smile. This is all grit. I think it really, really works well. And this is a really, really cool figure. Like, this is one I'm really, really like. And it's giving me some real hope for the continuation of this line, because the cartoon line, I feel like, came out with some hits and then really started doing stinkers. Like, some of these recent ones are really, really stinky. But with this line, I feel like the potential really is limitless. There's so much comic, so much characters, different designs, different eras that they could go and do. I feel like for a long time, we're going to be eating very good with the Mirage line. So, that's about all I got to say for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to keep trying videos. This one got a little bit delayed, and this is the one I wanted to do, so I waited for it. But there are going to be some reviews coming soon. We got some good stuff. I've gotten a lot of Kamen Rider stuff. I went through on eBay, caught some mean... excuse me. The deals were so good, it almost just took me out. I caught some mean deals. And there's probably going to be a bunch of reviews of that coming soon. I hope to do a review of the 4-pack, the actual Mirage 4-pack. That soon will come as well. And I'm hoping to do a lot more Mirage. I just want to keep it different. I don't want to do Mirage, NECA. I want it to go some SHF in the middle, maybe a little, I don't know, I don't collect a lot of stuff. I've been mainly going SHF and NECA right now. Maybe I'll do a Monster Arts or something, still kind of the same, but different subject, which is what I'm going for. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.